hustling and I'm stuck.
Oh my God, bro, that album was amazing. It's Snoopy back with another one, and today we got a nigga that stole my last name. Vince. With us just being 9 months removed from his gentle, smooth, but deep self-titled album, he back. This nigga didn't even give me enough time to do what I was supposed to do with this one. I'm probably gonna start making videos on past projects that I love because it'll take up too much time to say what I need to about this thing. I don't want to give a short synopsis because I don't think it'll do it justice. So let's just say I love this joint and I feel like it's his best and most polished project up to date, even better than Summertime 06, even better than Big Fish Theory, FM, wherever you want to go. Love the fact that Vince has always stayed consistent musically and also remained himself through his music, with only adding, you know, some new growth elements. I can say since 2017, he's been hanging out in my top 10 to top 15 of favorite rappers. And with that being said, needless to say, I'm excited for his project.
If it gets dark, don't get scared. I'm recording this latest shit.
We got 16 tracks, 41 minutes. Let's go. Track 1. The Beach. I know I don't show my excitement too often, but I can't wait to hear this shit.
Can't get everybody rich, we can't fuck everybody bitches. I'm afraid to catch a case, I feel like everybody snitching. Initials growing up, ain't had no license unless it's set to check the engine, unless we had this.
Oh! If you ever been broke, you know how hard that line hit. You just know.
Tell me where you from, I ain't heard of that. In the city, baby, your first rap can be a murder rap. One up in the top, I get the drop, you know I'm surfing that. Sitting on my dad the next, and that was mama's selling place. I don't cut them niggas shot, but
I like how Vince starts off the track telling niggas, we can't take everybody with us. We can't fuck everybody, bitch. Then he starts to go through his life in first person when he was broke. Cold sweats and the shivers, I be having premonitions. Nice, short, and sweet first track to intro the album. I'm ready to see where you gonna take it. Track 2A, Free the Homies.
got my weight up. Now I'm feeling good. Now nigga on
Real LA beat. Or Cali, I should say.
You know I'm better than the city in the summer. Before I leave the house, I gotta tell her that I love her. I don't know if I'm to the loss, to the risk. Now I'm back in the mix. Watch who you keep in the road. You wish money ain't make me. Trophy in the hood. Getting so deep, I ain't with the pace. Wanna end the beat. Tell them niggas bring my homies back.
See, I'm not a big fan of California music, I would say, or the California sound, I would say, because technically Kendrick and, like I say, Vince and, you know, all these other people are considered Cali. Based on production-wise, I'm not really feeling it just because it has that heavy Cali influence. But I love the lyrics and content in this track, him taking us through his daily routine when he was in the hood.
I'm going crash. That's on Tiny Scrap. That's on Lil Baby.
I wish I knew them. I like how on this track he's highlighting that he wants all his homies free. I mean, who doesn't? You know, it seemed like Vince is going through the struggle of leaving the street shit behind him. It seems as if, you know, his homies, he's telling his homies need to be free, but for some reason it seems like his homies are the ones that's holding him back when it comes to this song. Because of lyrics like, I'm in too deep, I'm not with the peace. You know, you should be with the piece. You've been far removed, Vince. Look at me telling him about his life. We haven't really heard Vince dip back into his Cali bag for a long time now. So it's kind of surprising to hear it now. Off the first single, Magic, I kind of figured that, you know, he was dipping back in that bag. Oh, yeah, I heard that song. But I'm wondering if that's what the sound of this project is going to be. I only just heard this song, but it seems like this is important in Vince's discography, I would say, because this shows where Vince is mentally. Things that he's struggling to get away from are the same things that's reeling him back in. When to end the beef, tell the niggas bring the homies back. Like that line right there really just shows you what is reeling Vince back into this state of mind. Free the homies, man. I usually don't say free people that I don't know, but free the homies. Track 3, DJ Quik. Quik.
I ain't never quitting on my homies friends. Rather die legend than be living with regrets. Brandy up in here. I know that you love me, but you gotta give me space. Money hungry women do whatever for a taste. All my people in the hood.
Facts.
If it don't make dollars, then it don't make shit.
Hey. If it don't make dollars, then it don't make sense. DJ Quik, legend, man.
I say I'm innocent, this ain't suburban. These niggas ignorant. I always get my man. I don't need much no bitch.
Oh. See, I'm confused because this isn't a Cali beat. Like where is he taking me? Because the last song was all California, but this one he just flipped it on my head. I love this beat.
Make dollars and it don't make sense.
If it don't make dollars, then it don't make. I know that you love me, but you gotta give me space. The instrumental was so spacious. It was so much room for him to rap on that record. In the first verse, it seemed like Vince was trying to get to a solution of how to get his people out the hood. And at the end of the verse, it seemed like he came to a conclusion on what he was about to do. Hit the homie up, we gon' hit a lick, running where you stay. He was getting to all the trials and tribulations he had to go through, all the pressure he was under when he was broke. He was limited to options, you know what I'm saying? So he had to run the dude house. Hence to if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Everything he did made sense at the time because it made dollars. Even if it was busting a jug or running in somebody's house, it made sense at the time. Shout out DJ Quik, man. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Track 4, Magic. I already heard that. I'm only going to skip it because it's getting late and it's getting dark and I don't want my quality of the video to decrease. But I like the song. It was kind of smart for him to release it as a single just so people can get used to that sound from Vince that we haven't heard from him in a long time, that LA, well, mustard beat. Come on now. He gave it enough time for it to grow on people. Well, grow on me, I would say, because I ain't like it when I first heard it, but after a few listens, I fucked with it.
Feeling like I'm floating to the ceiling, is it magic? Baby, tell me why you disappearing, is it magic?
Track 5, Nameless.
God
damn.
You used to pulling a trick on somebody and it doesn't sound like to pick up a gun. It's just, you know.
You shot someone?
That's what they said. Several times, that's what they said.
Were they right?
I don't know.
No. I like when somebody asks me a question and there's space for me to enter a bar to answer it with. That's really what Shorty just did. This was a nice little informative skit for anybody that didn't grow up in the hood. Even if you did, this is just to let people know why this happens outside. Why are these kids picking up guns? Why are they shooting? Why are they killing? This is it right here. This is your answer. Crazy part about it is that it can actually be fun for certain people depending on who you shooting at. Like she said, this conversation right here is really a root to a lot of problems that we have in the inner cities. And, you know, I'm glad Vince put this on here because it was touching for anybody that grew up in, you know, the hood, inner city, urban area, whatever they want to call it. Track 6, When Sparks Fly.
Who is this? Damn, I can't hear him like that though. Fuck, but it sound good.
I know that you love me. You don't gotta show me off to the world. Please hide me from the police. Everywhere you go, I don't want to use protection with you, but the glove will keep you safe if you ever get loose. Never put you.
You find out Vince out here in love, man. I mean, we do got the same last name. I don't know if we related in that way a little bit because I ain't in love. I ain't in love at all. You know, I might not be for the next 10 years. I don't know why I added that shit in there like it matters.
Hold whatever for you. When you first shot your shot, I knew you would be the one to hit the spot. Only
Never put you in a jam, hold whatever for you when you shoot your shot. Gotta be wary of the schemes when it come to Vince.
It's a vibe, baby. It's a vibe. I heard him that time. I've never been so excited for a second verse. Let's go.
know that you won't tell, that's why I'm afraid. You'll probably never get to see the light of day. I'm ashamed to say
I love how in the first verse Vince set it up as a love song, which it really was a love song, but it went bad real quick. Just want to keep it going. I don't even want to put my thoughts on that track just yet. I just want to see if I'm right. Track 7, East Point Prayer featuring Lil Baby.
you ain't shot shit. Get your stash up, kept it stitch lit. I'm a factor, gotta stay alert. Understand me, if they catch me, they gon' blast me.
Yeah.
Never wanna leave, I'm never out of bounds. Yeah, ain't no piecing up if you body one of us. I've been out all night tryna make it down. Swear to God that the set was the safest route. And what they about.
I swear to God the set was the safest route. That's deep. See, I'm not in the gang or nothing like that, but certain lines just touch you because we go through so much in the inner city. But we see these people over here that's in this group and it seems like a family. It seems like a brotherhood. Well, it might be a family. It might be a brotherhood. I'm not in the gang like I told you. I wonder if Vince is speaking from his younger perspective or is he speaking from his perspective now? Because I'm sitting here wondering, does he still feel the same way? Does he feel like this set was the safest route? Or did he feel like that when he was a little bit younger?
Crucial, well really, yeah. Just to say that I got it. Product of my environment. Keep my cup, you ain't have to make no call to gain them. They already beside me. What the money, shit crazy. Nobody wanna put in the work but wanna get paid though. Into the case closed. I knew you was lying when you had told me you would never leave. I can't keep on going back and forth. I gotta let it be.
Baby is just relatable in the fact where if you just a nigga, niggas only call when they need something. They don't call to check on you. Like these are things that we heard before. Don't get me wrong, but the way Baby says it's so modern and new that you have no choice but to like it. And I'm a young nigga, so I'm gonna eat it up. This project so far, it seems like Vince is hell-bent on giving back to the hood, bringing his homies with him, even though you can't bring everybody with you, like he said in the first track. A lot of the lyrics so far are very vulgar and descriptive to people that grew up in the hood. So I can see where he's trying to lift people up by speaking their language, showing them the way so they show a nigga love. Like, that's one of them ones right there. It sounded like Vince is in a mind state where he feels that he has to put the footwork in order to get the hood back on their feet, in order for them to believe. You know, that's why he's saying he can't leave the hood. He can't leave this. He can't leave that. He can't leave his homies behind because, you know, he cares about these people, and he's not one of them people that just going, you know, get rich, get successful, and leave everybody behind. You know, he's not that type of person, which I can respect. But I do also feel that you don't have to be in the inner city in order to change it, even though I feel like Vince's way is more productive and more quicker. I love the slow, spacey production on this track. I wasn't expecting Lil Baby and Vince to sound like this, but that's a playlist. Track 8, Slide. That's never good.
The killers rather pointed at the crackers if it with the ladder. Slide. Slide.
Anything else?
Hit his back if he crawl, hit his hat. Out here living rap. Slide.
That track wasn't really for me from the production. Well, the production is basically what I've heard on this project so far, but it's a little bit slower and it's not a lot going on lyrically. This track, it seemed like Vince just kneeled to the title. Slide. You know, we slide on y'all niggas and we got no remorse. Praying on y'all, but it ain't religion. Just the way it was put together. You know, I really wasn't feeling it too much. Track 9, Papercuts. Y'all see it getting dark? Song ain't even start yet, and I like this.
Or if I still feel away, but the enemies. If I win and die, I don't need no sympathy. Riding with the blick, 30 shots at least. Keep it in my try to teach, but then these niggas think you trying to preach, and I ain't got no time for nobody out here trying to meet. Because out here trying to run it up, if it ain't about bread, I don't give a fuck.
He letting that be known. He letting that be known on this album. This beat fire. This got some hard lines on it. I ain't gonna lie. The streets never love you back, but you don't realize it till you gone, nigga. Life is precious, nigga. And that shit can be taken away from you just like that. This is some of my favorite production on this album so far. I love the vocals in the background. A little bit of Cali flavor in there, but it's so subtle that I'm not mad at it.
Still thinking every day about the one that got away. Hey. You know I'm crazy about you, right? I wanna work these crazy bitches try to tap your pockets. Yeah, now I ain't tripping, I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Papercuts, I'm trying to run it up. About bread. I don't give a fuck.
Vince just seems like he cares about money so much, but you can't tell by looking at this nigga because he looks so regular. He don't have the flashy cars. Well, he don't show the flashy cars. He don't show the flashy jewelry. He's not one of them type of rappers. He's not one of them type of artists where he has to flex what he has. But, you know, he's letting you know that the end all be all and bottom line is the bread. And if it ain't, I don't give a fuck. I still don't know if Vince is speaking from the perspective of him as a young man or him now because, you know, he has money. He has all this talk about him being broke, him chasing after the bag, him not having peace. All those things can have some truth to it now, but they can also be true back then. So I'm kind of toggling along that line of, you know, is he young or is he fucking 30? That's one of my favorite joints. Track 10, Lemonade. I'm liking these titles, I ain't gonna cap. Featuring Dolla.
Feeling like ice cold lemonade. Know where to go when you in the shade. Know where to go when you in the cave. Ain't shit sweet, ass sugar free. Still bust a nigga head, it's the hood man. From the ghetto by the beach, bullets in the breeze. Think she tryna set me up. She sent a late night text saying let's meet up. No,
hell no.
And if a nigga think I'm slipping, he be getting me.
Don't go out like that, bruh. If she haven't hit you in the past few months or few weeks, I would say, don't go at 12 o'clock. Don't go at 1. Don't go at 2. Don't go after 10 because it smells like a setup.
Like ice cold lemonade. Know where to go in the shade. Know where to go. I come from where everybody thirst. Got some money, now these niggas wanna hurt me. How when they tryna break that bank like schoolboy said. Won't stop till the whole hood fed. Oh my granny.
Shout out Schoolboy Q. Know where to go in the shade. This will catch you. Hold on. Is that all Ty Dolla $ign got? God, I hate when motherfuckers do that. Why even have Ty Dolla $ign on the fucking album if he's gonna only have 6 to 8 bars? Come on, that shit disrespectful. I promise you that Ty Dolla $ign is a proven commodity and he's worth more than 8 bars. It's also making me mad because I ain't like the track like that. It sounds like a summertime anthem. It feels like a summertime anthem, but Ty Dolla $ign isn't on it enough for it to be a summertime anthem. I feel like the hook was catchy, but it was also corny. I love when you have an album and you have lyrics within that album that ties the whole album in together, which I know I said album a lot, but a lot of people don't do that with their album. I was listening to the beach sounds earlier. I was trying to figure out what's the correlation, but I mean, he is from Long Beach, so, you know, that kind of went over my head. I ain't perfect. But yeah, I didn't really like the track. I liked the hook. Ty Dolla $ign, whatever he had on there, I liked, but I felt like he should have had a longer verse or a longer chorus or a longer anything. Track 11, Playaways.
Hey, I keep it funky with the bitches, I got player ways. Can't fall asleep after I hit, I gotta stay away. You want the rails, I got to take a break. My conscience blinded, I be trying to fuck the pain away. Every woman I done fuck with been in love with me. She don't want nothing but
real. Women don't like when you say that, but it be the truth most of the time when that nigga says that. You know, because, I mean, any girl can call you out if that's not true.
I'ma be dead long as I breathe in. If I die, I keep you smiling from the sky. Hey, I keep it funky with the dick. Every woman I done fuck with been in love with me. She don't want nothing but a little company.
God damn, this over here talking this shit.
I be all up in them girls, you know you love to throw it back. You know I live for you and me. I know sometimes it's hard to.
The imagery in this track is, I see it all. Trust me, and I've been through some of it as well. So I respect you, Vince, for talking to niggas like me and, you know, expressing our feelings to these females. The amount of relatability on this track for me is off the charts because I have no time to wine and dine. I have to run the streets. Not running the streets where I gotta fuck all these women, but I gotta chase the bag. You're gonna be there when I'm 30. My 20s, I gotta eat. I need some more love songs from Vince because we really be having the same mindset when it comes to this shit. He's on a way higher level than me, but, you know, I'm right here with you. Playlist, Playaways. I'm gonna have a nice little thing in the car and I'm gonna turn this up on 100 max and look at her and see if she look back. Track 12, Mama's Boy. Can't say I relate to that too much, but I love my mama.
My mama's mama. You ain't getting blue strips, what? You ain't never show shit, what? Went into the precinct car. Told them who did what? Gotta chase that bag. Can't let it pass me up. You want tuck, the ops don't play. No ain't more beef since I got paid. All these search, they won't find shit. I'm way too rich for sleepless nights. The beef on sight, and I ain't gonna miss.
Yeah.
I love this shit like my mama. Money and die for the dollars. I'm with the killers and flockers. Sent to the Lord. Landed the beast, running the streets. It's money and everything, but I promise it help to pay. I just paid for a body and got the receipt. Baby, let's celebrate. Making money. I like this shit like my mama.
I like this shit like my mama.
For the money and not for the dollars. I'm with the killers and flockers.
My mama, nigga. Oh, my mama. Oh, my God, bro. Shit. Mouth running, you an athlete, huh? I'm gonna use that. Sorry, Vince, but you stole my last name. This nigga Vince love the streets just as much as he love his mama. I did not know this. Vince has been one of my favorite rappers since 2017. I ain't hear him talk his shit like this ever. Even though Vince lets us be known that he's in the gang on every album, it just never really seemed to me that he was in the streets. He always seemed like he was on the sidewalk. He was always the dude on the outskirts looking inside. He was always the dude peeking outside the blinds. But I was all wrong. I mean, when you pay for the body and get the receipt, I mean, it's really nothing much to say. You shouldn't play with this nigga. That J was crazy, though. I don't love the streets just as much as I love my mama, but track 13, Bang That, featuring DJ Mustard.
Running from my partners, I can bang now. I do what I want, I can bang now. Mama everywhere, it never rain now. Playing with the weapons, where the waves crash.
I don't know what it is. It might be because I'm from the East Coast, but Mustard has always been an overrated producer in my opinion. He has some slaps, don't get me wrong. That's undeniable because it's on the charts. It's been on the charts. But just as far as the sound, his sound never really did anything for me. It always interests me why artists go out and seek Mustard, but I can see why to a certain extent because he has his own distinct sound that you can't get from anywhere else. But I look at Mustard and I look at all the upcoming producers and I'm like, damn, like it's so many better producers that you can link up with. This beat isn't really moving me. The song isn't moving me so far. Yeah.
Man, 14 shooting up the function. Find me by the walls. Hey, rest. You know the crackers want the game trap.
I just want to get to the next song because I feel like that's the worst song on this project. And I don't want to go any deeper than that. The song just came off real lazy and nonchalant and lacking of writing. Yeah. He gave Mustard a track 14, The Spirit of Monster Cody.
All camp, youth authority, prison. You're gonna join a prison gang, fight in solitary confinement. You are finished, Cody Scott.
Nah. This shit just hit me because I read Monster Cody's book like 5 times. Wait, hold on. See, this the book right here he was talking about in the skit, the autobiography of a LA gang member, Monster Cody. This book just goes through how Monster Cody transformed his life inside a prison. You know, he's one of those guys that was in and outside the system throughout his whole life. His autobiography takes you through when he got initiated into the gang all the way up until he turned himself into a black nationalist, all within prison. This is one of the ones right here. I recommend this to anybody. I still got to get his joint back to my mans, but, you know, he'll get it back. Track 15, Rose Street.
Ain't never sang no love song. Yeah.
We know that.
Kill switch when they get back. Figure skating, taking field trips, flipping them racks. She be lying to my face, so I hit from the back. Let it real. She say she in love, what's that? Trust, what's that? Us, what's that? Yeah. Only bringing flowers to the homie's grave. She say she in love. You can't have my heart, but I promise you be in my thoughts. We don't go on dates unless I bring what keep me safe. I promise you, you don't gotta stress.
I guess you always do gotta have the Glock with you, even when you meeting up with a little vibe at PF Chang's. Definitely better safe than sorry.
Only way you lose me, I've been feeling loopy lately. I keep it on me, I don't use the safety. Trust, what's that? Us, what's that? Yeah. I'm married to the money, don't be playing games. Only bringing flowers to the homie's grave.
I don't know if Rose Street is an actual street, but if it's not, I like how he uses the word Rose in the title to make reference to him being in love with the street. Vince is telling us once again in his little Shakespeare way that he has no love to give to a woman right now because he's so indulged, caught up, and surrounded by everything in the street. Lines like, I only bring flowers to my homie's grave, but also starting the song off with, I don't sing no love songs. Just lets you know where his heart lies. I love the structure of the track. I love the hook. Let's just get that out the way now. But the production falls a little bit short to me. I love how effortlessly smooth it is, but it just comes off a little plain in my opinion. Track 16, The Blues. This whole album has been this sound. It's very cohesive.
Please protect me from the world. Forgive me for what I done. Never been no open book. Money made me numb. 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 Money made me numb.
Before this song even finished, I just need to tell y'all, I'm gonna smoke me a big ass pound of this album. It just got that feel to it.
I'm never lonely. Even my daydreams is haunted. I keep getting smaller houses, but I won't find peace till the Lord allows it. Wait until the Lord allows it. Wait until the Lord allows it. Wait until the Lord allows it. The ego still intact, dark soul, business black. If I reap what I sowed, I'll be so astounded. No yellow brick road, just public housing. No, you say you wish me well, but I really doubt it. Who really bout it? Can't wait to see.
I can't wait to see who really about it.
Just pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for me.
I won't find peace until the Lord allows it. See, this is why Vince has been confusing me on this whole album, because it seems as if he wants the things that he says he has no time for. Love and peace. Not love in a relationship per se, which he said plenty times, but just affection in general, because he shows so much love to the people around him. Vince is screaming out in a very low tone that you know, he at least wants people to pray for him. Also, I have on this album on first listen, it seems as if this is a reflective album for Vince. If you've been listening to Vince for a long time like I have, you know that Vince does this a lot in his music, being reflective and, you know, looking back on the past. But in prior projects, him trying to get this through the music, it's just kind of sounded like he needed some more time to grow and get these thoughts out. I really loved how on this album the titles correlated with the subject matter so much. To me, it sounds like the objective for this project was for Vince to look in the mirror and stare at a boy from Ramona Park and reflect on how far he's come from said childhood. But the concept of this LP is somewhat going in a different direction, I would say. I feel Vince is explaining his love-hate relationship with his neighborhood, but also giving us a first-person perspective into his adolescence and the growth he's had within himself since then. I.e., you hear a song like Mama's Boy where it sounds like Vince is glorifying the street life. You know, I love this shit like my mom. I feel this is one of those instances where he's looking in the mirror at his younger self and somewhat using reverse psychology on the listener. He's giving you insight on what he was thinking at that age. Or it could be now too. I could be wrong, but you know, he really loved the streets like his mom. He's taking you through what he sees as wins in the streets, but on the opposite side of the mirror, he also sees the flaws in those said wins. Towards the end of the project, the title started to make that much more sense to me. Vince is just letting you know that he adored the street life, loved it. But with the street life, or love for that matter, you have the potential to get your heart broken, and every track on this album is taking you through the ups and downs of their relationship. Shooting the Glock, that warmed his heart. Papercuts, that warms his heart. And mine too. Homies getting locked up, that broke his heart. Homies dying, that broke his heart. I feel like that was the concept he was trying to get across. Like, I love this bitch so much. The bitch be in the streets. You know, I got my heart broke unexpectedly. I can't believe on When Sparks Fly, I thought he was talking about a woman. But I'm dumb as shit, because all throughout this album and self-titled, Vince is letting us know that he has no time for that. He's using the idea of a woman to speak from the perspective of his gun, and also him being in love with it. It's the name When Sparks Fly. Sparks fly when you in love. Sparks fly when you let that hammer go. I like this on first listen. I don't want to compare it to self-titled, but you know, that's what I'm going to do. It's not better than self-titled off first listen, but I see this album growing on me a lot because there's so much substance in it. And, you know, not really as far as, you know, substance as being good substance, or, you know, it's just substance getting an insight into Vince's life and how he feels at this moment in time. And I like to hear that biographical side from artists. Favorite joints, DJ Quik, that jail was crazy. When Sparks Fly, East Point Prayer with Baby. Man, what can Baby do, man? Baby been on everything so far. He surprised me on this project, but, you know, I'm going to stop getting surprised by him because I'm just looking at him and like, damn, like, you could really hop on any album you want now. Papercuts, one of them ones. Mama's Boy, Playaways. Yeah, bro, that's the album. Vince Staples, Ramona Park, Broke My Heart. I'm Snoopy. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. All that. No, we finna keep this shit coming. It's not even a question. You already know how we do it. If you like the video, like the video. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm about to go smoke and run this back. See y'all next time.
I love this shit like my mama. I love this shit like my mama. Live for the money and die for the dollar.